Hey guys, and welcome to our channel. If you're new to our channel, my name is Jose.
And I am Will, or Will and Jose.
And for this video, we're gonna do something a little bit different. You usually see us at a province checking everything out and showing you what there is to see. However, we are here in Bangkok at our home doing a Q&A for you guys.
Yeah, we get a lot of questions from you guys, and we just asked you on our community post on YouTube and on Instagram, any questions, ask us anything, and we will answer it so you can get to know us better. And yeah, let's do this. So we're going to break the ice. Ooh, Britney reference. But anyway, yeah, so we're gonna break the ice with an icebreaker. And the question is, who farts the most?
No brainer. This guy over here.
It's me. I'm a natural. I'm good at it. I'm great at it. No, I am who I am.
He has no shame.
No shame.
And to be honest with you guys, he waited 7 months into our relationship to let one out.
I did. It was difficult.
Let's go ahead and get into the first category, and that is all about us. So just getting to know us a little bit. And the first question is, where are you from?
Yes, so I'm from Illinois. I'm from a very small town, Central Illinois, maybe 7,000, 8,000 people, surrounded by cornfield. That's it.
And I'm from Chicago, very different scenery than his, skyscrapers, lots of buildings, and this is a good way to segue into question number 2, and that is, where is your family at the moment?
So my family's in Tennessee right now.
And my family's still in Chicago.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. What does your family think about you living in Thailand?
You want to start this one?
Sure. So my family and I, we had a very strange but normal dynamic for us. We could go months without talking, but when we do talk, we pick up where we left off. So for my family, they were totally okay with Will and I moving to Thailand as long as we had the finances to do it and knew that we could rely on each other when things get tough.
Basically, as long as he had a great babysitter, they're good to go.
Yeah.
But no. And then my family, they're supportive of me. I know they want me to be closer because our dynamic, my family's dynamic is we communicate, or used to communicate every single day, multiple times a day, very close, we relied on each other. It was just me, my mom, my nephew, and my sister. So but yeah, they're supportive of us. And we can't wait to go home for the holidays and see them because it's been 2 years since we've seen snow or them. And just we need to go as long as we can financially do it. And I'm praying that we can. That's the goal.
And here's the thing: we need our deep dish pizza.
Yeah.
We just need some Chicago style pizza. All right. So this next question is a little hard one to answer, and it comes from our friends Shav and Dad, and it goes like this: what would you say to yourself a year ago, having learned so many lessons? So I just want to go ahead and say one of the big lessons I learned is that I need to just take life a little bit more easier for myself, solely because in the past 2 years, a lot has changed because of you know what. And because of it, I kind of let myself go physically and mentally. I didn't really prioritize myself. So coming out of COVID, I feel like I need to do just that and be happy and be proud of the body I'm in now because it's nowhere near what it was back then.
Same sentiment as Jose. Guys, I used to be the fittest guy in the room. That was me. I worked out, I did CrossFit, I tracked all my macros. I was the fittest guy in the room for a very long period of time. And then 2019, my mom passed away. I stopped caring, I stopped working out, I just stopped caring. And then 2020, you know what happened. So now what? Now we're going into 2 years of just being inside, and when it's time to get out, you're like, what the I have very bad imposter syndrome. So yeah, I guess my biggest lesson would just be appreciate who you are today. You might not be perfect, you might not look how you think you look, you might have a job, but so what? You're a great human being. Appreciate who you are today because somebody else does appreciate it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's a lesson that came up time after time, especially now that we have this vlog, because we're watching ourselves on video, we're hearing ourselves, and it's hard to not compare yourself.
It's very true.
To what you were 2 years ago. So,
and as gay men, it's a different world. there's an image that you think you have to look like, or it is what it is.
So I guess this question kind of falls into what we just talked about, and it is, how do y'all balance the gym and health with all this traveling?
That's a great question. And the true answer is we're still trying to figure it out. We're trying to get back into the routine of like healthier eating, working out, and now we're traveling every week. It's difficult because you're surrounded by so much food that you're not controlling what they're putting into it. So it's hard. It's hard.
Any travel blogger or backpacker will tell you that it's very difficult because you're always on the go. For us, I think it's a matter of finding a balance between the two, of working out in the mornings and then traveling. Or if you can't work out in the morning, plan something within the day of your travel that will get your heart pumping and sweating, kind of like a hike. This next question asks if we have any regrets thus far, I'm assuming since moving here. You mind if I go first?
Yeah, go first.
All right, so I think my biggest regret was how frugal we were with our finances in the very beginning when moving to Thailand. Solely because when you move here or you visit here, you realize how inexpensive things are. You go out of control with buying clothes, spending much more money on accommodation, because those are luxuries that you don't have back in the States. And if you do, they're triple the price that they are here in Thailand. So I think it's like, had we not spent so much money in the very beginning, then I wouldn't be looking back at my bank account or savings account like, damn, I wish I had that X amount of money I spent when we first got here.
I have not. I mean, like, yeah, we made decisions that probably weren't always the best, but like, it was an experience we learned from it, so I can't regret it. And I think this is the first time in my life, anywhere I've been, I don't regret anything since we moved to Thailand. Like, it feels good seeing, like, I guess Thailand's giving me a different perspective of kind of like life a little bit. Like, cause in Thailand, I feel like I'm me. Like, I don't have to be a show pony. I don't have to have the newest car, the newest phone, the newest anything. So like, I take things a little less serious that don't need to be serious.
So next question. How would you describe each other in 3 words? Thank you, Flora, Note, for that, because I'm ready to dish it all out.
Please do. Let's hear it.
You know, besides him being so needy and, you know,
I'm the least needy person, by the way. I'm a very independent gal.
All right, I'll go first. So the best way to describe Will is that he's very sarcastic. That's the one thing that immediately made me fall in love with him, is his ability to crack a joke, but also being able to take it. He knows when to be playful, and it's just nice. And yes, when to be very serious. So his sarcasm, his how selfless he is. Knowing him for the past 6 years, I've seen how much work and effort he's put into helping his family out. Even when he hasn't had the resources, he always tries to find a way to be there for them. I'm learning so much from him because I'm very selfish at times. I'm not gonna lie. But he's very selfless. He is very driven in what he does. So I've seen that time after time, he puts so much effort into something. And even when he thinks, or when I think it's his 110%, he proves me wrong, because he goes back and edits his like thumbnails, for example. So it's just a passion that drives him that really makes me want to work harder myself in what I do. But he's very driven.
Those are good. Next question.
Hey, answer me.
Okay. Besides being a pain in the ass. But no, I guess I would say my best friend. That's the best way of encompassing Jose. Like, whatever that means, like, he's my best friend.
Babe.
He's like the better, less attractive half. I'm kidding.
What is your day-to-day like in Bangkok? Do you have any favorite places to eat? For me, now that restrictions have eased, I've gone back from remote teaching to actually teaching within the school. So I'll be at work from 7 to 2, When I'm not teaching in between classes, I will be editing at my desk. Afterwards, I'll come back home, give my babe a kiss, we cheers with our pre-workouts, go work out, back home, shower, freshen up, eat dinner, and catch up on any trashy TV shows from back home.
Yeah, and when he's at work, I'm either doing stuff at home, finances, or I'm also working, but like that's just jobs that I do online. That's it.
Yeah, and as far as food, there's actually a little street food market 2 blocks away from where we live, which has the best watermelon.
We love her. I think she's talking crap about us all the time, so we can't really understand. But you know what? She's smiling while she's doing it. She's laughing. She's playful. So, best watermelon in all of Thailand. And I had watermelon everywhere we've been in Thailand. And I like to consider myself like a watermelon connoisseur, even before Thailand. So I know good watermelon. Also, there's Our Lady.
Oh, Our Lady. So we don't know her name. We just call her Our Lady.
Our Lady.
Our Lady's lunch. And she has the best pad kapow gai, which is chicken with holy basil, garlic, chili peppers, and just your plain white rice. But the way she cooks it is bomb. Okay. Oh, I love this question. This comes from our friends Wes and Jaw, who we will talk about later in the video. And that is, how did you guys meet and who said, I love you first? I'll go ahead and tell the story because I know the play-by-play accurately.
Let's hear this.
So it was back in 2016, fall in Chicago, when I was supposed to go meet a friend for a drink at Starbucks. So I'm making my way towards the Starbucks when I see Will from afar. He sees me too. And what we both do is the iconic, put your head down, pull your phone out, and pretend like you're scrolling through whatever. So we cross paths, and as soon as we do, I pull out the dating app that I tried talking to him through for over a year. Rejection every single time. So I was like, okay, let me just try again. So I said, hey, we just crossed paths. His response?
Oh, you should have said hi. I didn't want him to say hi, to be quite honest with you, because I don't think I look that great at the moment. Not sure. But, I wanted him to feel like he can approach me next time.
And I'm like, how do you expect me to stop you and say hi when you've been rejecting me for the past year? Anyways, we somehow carry the conversation on and we settled on a date. If you're trying to land someone long term, take them to a Mexican restaurant and eat baja tacos and margaritas.
Man. And then the second part of the question is, who said I love you first? That was me.
You.
Yeah, that was me.
That was him.
I remember the moment. It was at my old apartment. Wasn't I on the bed? We were on the bed, talking, and it just came out and just blew it. So,
word on it.
And here we are. All right, so now we're on to YouTube/talent. What is the responsibility breakdown between the two of you? He does all the video editing. He's good at it. He's damn good at it. He doesn't give himself enough credit, but he's very good at it. And then at least me, I do the thumbnail, I do the banners, I do the titles, I do the description, I do the keyword search, I do all the comments on YouTube, I do all of the little teasers that we have on Instagram, like little video teasers we do.
They're so cute. I never render the video without having his approval.
And I never make a thumbnail, finish a thumbnail without his input on it as well. I don't usually listen to it, but my point is I at least ask him so he feels like he's part of it. How did you develop such great video editing skills / what music do you use?
First off, thank you so much. Seriously, thank you, because I would have never considered my work to be someone's admiration. And honestly, it was all through trial and error because prior to our vlogging videos, I had no knowledge or any experience with editing softwares. And I got into Premiere Pro because Will was already using Photoshop. So we figured we keep it within the Adobe family. And through trial and error, through every video, I learned something new. And from it, I'm just going for it.
Oh, what music we use? I will talk about this. It's Epidemic Sound. Guys, my descriptions, the link is down there in the description. And if you click it and you sign up, you get 30 days free. And then if you commit to it, which I think it's 15 USD, but there's promo codes out there if you look for those.
Yeah.
Then we get a free month. So it's like us helping you, help us. Like we're a team. Who are your favorite YouTubers?
Oh, yeah.
This is a good one. You want to start?
Sure.
Okay.
So one of my favorite YouTubers, which Will introduced me to, was is Family on the Road.
Yes.
They're literally family goals for the both of us.
Hashtag goals. No, we love them. Like they're in Europe now. They travel the world with their son and their daughter. They are so charismatic, so likable, they're real. Like they're genuine people. You don't feel like they're putting on a show for people. Like they're so cute, and they're literally what we want to do one day when we have kids. Like we want to travel the world, and they show it's possible. Okay, so we have to give a shout out to my favorite people. That is 2 passports, 1 dream. Adriana and Dylan. You guys, I'm obsessed with them. Like we love them. They are the coolest people to hang out with. We love their YouTube even before we became friends. Like they're just as nice, if not nicer off camera than they are on camera. Mm-hmm. Oh, and that also leads us to Chev and Dev. Whoop, whoop. Guys, we love them.
I'm like cheesing hard.
Like we legit get cheesy when we talk about them because they're so genuine. Again, like how they are on camera is how they are in real life. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you don't expect that because you think maybe they're just put on. No. They are the happiest, bubbliest, like kindest. They exude nothing but positive energy. Yep. And we feed off of it. We've met them twice now, and we like already consider them our best friend.
Yes.
They're so freaking likable.
Next up is Patty Doyle. So it was Patty who really got us into wanting to do travel content here in Thailand.
He's the reason we wanted to come to Thailand. Like Patty has a way of the gift of gab first and foremost, but like he has a way of making you want to go do whatever he's doing. Oh, nah, I don't want to talk about them.
Well, they're up and coming.
They're kind of good. No, Wes and John, man. Like you might not have heard of them, but I guarantee you will hear of them.
They just got here in Thailand, and the way they edit, the way they show their sense of humor on camera is just so natural, and it's worth sitting down and just binge watching what they have so far.
They're charismatic, they're charming, they're genuine, they're freaking hilarious, and they inspire you. That's the thing, they inspire us. And that's one of the things that the people that we've mentioned, like when we watch their content, they inspire us. All right, guys, so we're gonna go, what is the ultimate goal with your YouTube channel? / who inspired you? So we had a couple inspirations. My OG inspiration, like OG, was definitely Lost LeBlanc. Like to know his story of like, he just started out with like what, $4,000 in his bank account, traveling, and then now he's got this empire. Like that's inspiring as hell. So what is the ultimate goal with the channel? That's a good question. So I think there's a couple. When we started this channel, it was literally more of us just having fun. Like we just want to document our travels, kind of like let people back home, our family, friends know what we're doing. They don't even watch it, so.
Especially my family.
Thank you to those who do, because probably none of you are our family and friends. Also, we're 2 men of color. We're gay.
What?
Yeah, we're gay.
You never told me that.
We're gay. So
I'm gay.
Just letting you guys know, we're gay.
Okay.
So we wanted to like let people maybe look like us a little bit, feel inspired, know they can. We don't come from wealth. We don't come from extreme privilege of any sort.
And just to add to that, the biggest goal is just to grow our YouTube family. I mean, thank you so much for all of you that have stuck with us since the first video, because that first video is so cringy.
It's so bad.
Well, the first side, yeah. So just to see many of you guys comment throughout our channel and just follow us on Instagram and just even tell us about your life shows that we built that rapport. So we really want to continue that with you all and build that with the many more viewers that are out there. So thank you so much, because as Will said, we are all in a relationship together now.
Yeah, we're committed. So this is a committed relationship. This isn't anything else, just so you know. All right, so the next question is, dun, 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 dun. What advice would you give to those who are wanting to start a YouTube channel now?
Ooh.
That's a good question. That's a really good question. Go for it. Okay, I guess my best advice is just start today. Like, you might not feel like you look the best or you sound the best or have the best equipment or you have that nobody wants to hear what you have to say. The truth is, you look great, you sound great, you might not have the best equipment, perfectly fine. Like, people want to hear what you have to say. People want to see what you're doing. Like, there's somebody out there that will watch you. And at the end of the day, like, as long as you're doing it for yourself, people will enjoy that. Be authentic. Like, don't chase fads. Don't do anything. Film what you want to film. You might not get the success that you want when you want it, because trust me, we know it's a slow crawl for us. But we have fun doing what we're doing. We know we're getting better. The word perfection does not exist in our vocabulary because you're never going to be perfect. But if you are like getting better and better and better and trying and evolving, that is perfection. So like, do you, your time will come.
No one else out there is just like you.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you. How much hassle is it to operate a drone / your registration, your paperwork? I'll answer it because I'm the one that flies the drone. So to fly the drone, it can be a pain in the butt, but practice makes perfect. Like, go to an open field somewhere and just practice. Watch YouTube videos. But trial and error is going to be your best thing. As far as registration, like, we registered when we purchased it at the DJI store. So you just fill out some paperwork, and the length of your registration is the length of your visa. So like, if your visa ends in March, the registration for your papers also ends in March. So if you have to go get an extension, et cetera, like, you need to go get it re-registered. I need Will and Jose merch. Is there a plan for that in the future?
Thank you, because ever since Will got that question, the gears in his head have been going, and there's something coming.
Yeah, I think we should. I think we will. I think it'll be fun to do. Like, I love designing, so I'm in the process of like putting together like a simple, cute logo that will look great. I don't want it to be like uber cheesy. So yeah, I think we are. I don't have an exact date, but I am in the process of like trying to put that together. So it'll be fun. And the more we travel, the more we do things, like, we'll have like separate merchandise for it. Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Definitely expect a Berry Boys capsule.
Yeah,
that's for
something.
sure.
Yeah, we'll do something fun. I saw in the beginning that you guys were filming from a phone. Do you still use that? And if so, or if you've moved that to a camera, what camera do you use? Good question.
Very good question, because we were filming with a phone at the very beginning. It was just a lot more accessible than the camera was at the time.
So sometimes we did, in our couple previous videos, like, we did use the Canon, but to be quite honest with you, and we'd mix the footage. Like, the footage kind of looks the same. So I mean, this is why I'm saying, if you have an iPhone or a phone with a really good camera and you want to start something, go for it. The more you do it, the more you evolve. Like, you'll probably get a camera with a lens. But right now we have the Canon M50, and we just upgraded our lens to what?
To the Sigma 16mm. It's a lens that we're using now to record.
Yeah.
So that's what you'll be seeing from now on.
Yeah, and we have like one of those professional gimbals, like the Phaotech G6, like, we're gonna do all that stuff. Would you guys consider doing a virtual editing class? That's a good question.
Heck yeah. I mean, again, I'm really hard on myself, so I didn't even consider my work to be something someone wants to admire or even consider wanting to learn from. So yeah.
Heck yeah. Like, if you need some help with a logo, a banner, a thumbnail, I'm your dude. Video editing, he's your dude.
I mean, his thumbnails are no joke.
Guys, I know my thumbnails are a little bit more ornate than like 99.9999999% of YouTube. So maybe that's why I don't know. But the thing is, like, I think it was a piece of art, and I'm not just taking a photo and then putting text on it. Like, there's a lot of work that goes into it. But I mean, that's a whole other subject. How do you find the balance between adventuring and post-production? So like, going and traveling versus editing. Good question, you guys.
And we finally got it down to a T. So we do our travels mainly on the weekends. We will go from like Friday through Sunday. So during those 3 days, we do all the experiences that we can in said province. Afterwards, we used the weekdays to organize and edit all that we did.
All right, let's start the next section.
Okay, so this is a fun section. Well, they're all fun sections, but this is particularly my favorite, and that is Thailand/travel. And here we go.
All right, let's go.
All right, so what are your favorite things about Thailand? Best way to start.
Guys, I can't pinpoint one single freaking thing. I love Thailand. Like, when I share my excitement of Thailand in our travel videos, it's so genuine. Like, I love this country more and more every single day. Every time we see somebody new, every time we go somewhere new, every time we eat something new, I love Thailand. I feel at home here. I guess is the best way of putting it. Like, I feel like I can be me.
I love that the people here are so kind.
They really are. They really, genuinely as a whole, are the kindest, sweetest. The land of smiles, man.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
They may be wearing masks, but we see those smiles through those masks.
You can see through the eye.
This next question comes from Two Passports, One Dream, and they want to know, since they're huge foodies, what is our favorite and least favorite Thai food? How about I answer the favorite and then you answer the least favorite?
Yes.
Because it's the same for both of us. Our favorite food is pad krapao gat.
I like tom yum soup.
Oh yeah, and tom yum soup.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
He just got into tom yum soup.
Okay, so I don't have a least favorite food, but I do have a least favorite part of food. And that is when I get protein, like pork, chicken, whatever, that it's skin or like fat, like skin or fat, like bristle. I can't do it. It's a texture thing. It will literally ruin the meal for me. I can't do it. I can't.
So this next question is our favorite, one of our favorites. And that is, what place in Thailand is your favorite and why? Should we answer it together?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Khao Sok, like hands down. I still dream about it every day. I still talk to Jose, like I want to go there. I want to spend my birthday there. Like, Khao Sok is so freaking gorgeous. The moment we got at Longtail Bow, and like you see all the limestone cliffs and that emerald green water, and then it was like moody with like the clouds
and
rolling in,
the
mist, beautiful. And then to see the floating bungalows, we were the only two, the time we went to Khao Sok, we were the only two people that aren't residents that were on the entire lake. By far the best experience I've ever had anywhere. It's my favorite place in the entire world. And if I could go back there every weekend, sign me up.
It was a huge playground for the both of us, from kayaking to these safari excursions. Everything that we did during that time was so much fun, minus
the safari was great until I got home and I found a leech on my testicle.
on his berries.
On my berries.
There was a leech hanging off his berries.
Because I had long pants, I had high socks, so I don't know how it crawled its way through, but man, why'd you bring that up?
It was
a dramatic moment. It was so dramatic. But anyway, I had the best time. I still go back and we love Khao Sok.
What's the biggest culture shock for you being in Thailand? My biggest culture shock, which is kind of a silly one, is Thai people's fascination for Krispy Kreme donuts.
Man, they love their Krispy Kreme.
Why? It's like you can find them at every single mall and every single airport. And when you see these people lined up, they're not just walking away with 1, 2, 3 donuts. They're walking away with
like 5 boxes full.
Yeah.
Like, on the airplane, hello.
That's their carry-on. Those 6 boxes of donuts.
He's not exaggerating. Like, I remember when we first went to Krabi and we saw that, and we were like, and it wasn't just one person, it wasn't 2 people, it was literally 4 people.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was like, you know what? Okay. We thought it was a fad. We thought it was just like a one-off. No, it's our entire time here in Thailand.
And we have Krispy Kreme donuts back in the States, but they're not as popular as they are here. They're like, we'd rather.
They had their moment, and then I was like, we'll all go back to Dunkin'.
Yeah. So this next question asks, what type of visa are we on? I am on a work visa. I teach at a secondary school outside of Bangkok.
And I entered on the tourist visa, the TR visa, I believe was the name of it. So that was the first 3 months. Then I was gonna get a COVID extension, but like, I didn't want to rely on something that I didn't know was possibly going to end. It's still going on. So I did a student visa. So I signed up with the school here to do that.
This next question comes from two Carols in Wonderland, and they like to know what kind of accommodation do we suggest when they travel to Thailand, or if any of you guys are traveling to Thailand.
Okay, first off, it's very location specific. So if you're in Chiang Mai, and you see these mountains, and you see like the little igloo homes and stuff like that, stay in one of those. You don't have to stay the entire time you're there. Stay one day. Yeah, it's an experience in itself. Just do it. Might be a little bit more money up front, but it is always going to be worth it. If you go to Khao Sok, stay on a floating bungalow. Like, again, it's an experience in itself. 1 day, 2 days maybe, but like, think about the amount of time you're going to be in this room versus the amount of time that you're not going to be in the room. So my point is, you don't need to book an expensive place. Like, you just need a bed, some nice pillows, a nice cover, a clean bathroom.
Just don't be afraid to ask for extra pillows.
Yeah, we always ask for extra pillows. I need 4 pillows. I need one to lay on. I need one to hug if I'm not hugging Jose, and then for the other side to hug when I turn around.
And he needs another one to shield himself from my night breath.
Honestly, it's the worst thing in the world. And second off, when I try to hold him at night, he's so clammy. Sorry, I'm like,
my body's
so clammy. Yeah. I can't. No. Anyway, yes. Sorry.
Okay.
Now we're going into the funnest section of them all, into adulting/finances.
Boo! Wake me up when it's over.
Okay. So the question is, how do we sustain ourselves financially? Are we able to make anything off YouTube yet? And how much should we save before coming?
Ooh, those are good questions.
So I guess we'll start with, do we make anything off YouTube yet? And the answer is no. No, we don't. So you have to get 4,000 watch hours and have over 1,000 subscribers. We have the 1,000 subscribers. We, however, are like 1,300, 1,400 hours away from having our 4,000, which stinks, but that means please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and share our video, please, with people. Like, share. Like, it's such a slow crawl for us, and we're really hoping that we hit that so we can be monetized.
Yeah, because if we don't hit those watch hours by July, then what ends up happening is that everything
clock restarts. Now you gotta find another 1,000 subscribers, another 4,000. So how much should we save before coming? So that's a good question. So I think we started saving, like, we made the decision to move maybe 9 or 10 months before we actually moved here. And the amount of money we saved is like around 20,000, give or take.
Yeah.
And then how do we sustain ourselves financially? He's a teacher, so he has that pays for like our bills. And then I have my odd jobs that I do online as well, which helps bring in financial, So, yeah.
So
oh my gosh, I feel like I'm Adriana, except not blonde and beautiful. But like this little hand clap. Okay, go ahead.
To get us back up from that very dull,
you really stressed up. You really stressed up, and you did like this, like a ding-a-ling.
We have a little quick fire section for you guys. Which fruit would you be, and why?
Banana, because I'm bright, vibrant, beautiful. Monkeys love me because I love monkeys, and I'm really good source of nutrient.
I would be a pomegranate because it's exotic, it's vibrant, it has lots of, how do you describe the seeds? How would you describe
annoying? You have to get flipped. You have to get rid of something for it to be enjoyable. So keep going.
I'm patient. Oh, because it takes patience to get all those seeds out.
Next question.
All right, Coke or Pepsi?
Coke, because Coke is better. Pepsi, because Brittany was a spokesperson for it, but like, that's it.
Coke, because you get your cherry vanilla Coke, or your cherry Coke, or your vanilla Coke.
No.
Best flavors out there.
Just regular Coke.
Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Savory. For the both of you, what is your favorite Britney song?
How dare you put me in that position? I'm a slave for you.
All right, actually, Womanizer.
Ooh, that's my good luck song, but anyway, go ahead.
Womanizer. And the last question for this section, how do you take your coffee at 7-Eleven?
So I get the big green cup, then I take the green coffee little what do you call it?
Instant coffee?
Instant coffee. Fill it up 3/4 of hot water, and then I go up to the little
Very
cappuccino section, and then I fill up the rest of it with like the caramel cappuccino.
Yeah.
There we go.
And I like my coffee just how I like my man. Strong,
Okay, true.
half and half,
Yes. Okay, because I'm black and white. Okay.
cold, because he's cold-hearted,
No, I'm not.
and with a little bit of condensed milk.
He's lying. That's not how he likes. He likes his coffee black. That's it.
Because you're sweet.
All right, guys. So the burning question, which we got asked so many times. All right.
I don't think they're ready.
Okay. The question is, how long will you stay in Thailand? / what are you doing next? Dang, that's a good question. Okay.
All right.
So
The people ask, we have to answer.
the truth is, we are actually in the process of. Thank you guys for all the questions. Thank you for submitting them. Thank you for sitting watching this. We appreciate it.
And if you have any other questions that you want to ask us, please be sure to drop them down at the comments and we'll go ahead and respond to those as soon as we see them.
Like, subscribe, share a video. We're not trying to sound desperate, but like we need the watch hours.
Until next time, you guys.
Thank you guys so much. We
Thank
love you
you.
guys. And until next time, peace.
Later.
Later.